ultimate beginner skateboard setup. All right guys, I'm very excited today because I'm gonna bring to you this amazing box. Handle with care. So you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna smash it, we're not gonna throw it. We're gonna take a set of keys and we're just gonna very nicely open this bad boy up. Yep. So I've been getting a lot of questions about what do you need when you're just starting out learning how to ride a skateboard? What is every single thing that you need? So we put together the ultimate beginner skateboard setup, and I believe that everything in this box is exactly what you would need to get started rolling safely and comfortably on your skateboard. So we start out with one of the most important pieces, one of the most controversial things in all of skateboarding, a helmet. Why is this the most controversial thing in all of skateboarding? I don't know, but it is. So this is a 888. This is a size large. I've never even seen this. This is so rad. It's blue on the inside, red on the outside, and it is a helmet. This protects your head. It's smart to wear a helmet if you're skateboarding, especially if you're starting out as a brand new beginner. Wear a helmet, wear pads, get set up. So we started out with a helmet. Then the next piece we got in here, knee pads, elbow pads, wrist guards. This is the 888 Super Saver Protective Pack. Wrist saver, wrist guards, elbow saver, elbow pads, knee saver, knee pads. So this is, boom, this is getting you set up with, you're gonna be able to fall and just slide and be totally safe, because you fall on this is a lot better than you falling on this. Ugh. One hard slam on your knee, you're out, you're done for. Then we have a skate tool to loosen, tighten, adjust your trucks as needed. And then we have Skateboarding Made Simple, Mastering the Basics of Skateboarding, volumes 1 through 6. I literally don't even know if DVD players still exist, but I'm pretty sure you can just pop this in to your PlayStation 5. I should actually test this and make sure that this works on a PlayStation, but you have to have the PlayStation with the disc, I just realized. Dang, tricky. Do people still use DVDs there?
Yeah, my Xbox has the thing for the DVD.
Oh yeah, Derek says the Xbox, he's rolling with it. So this gives you volumes 1 through 6. It's a lot of instructional videos. All of the basics are on there, ollie through kickflip, and then a lot harder tricks too, like varial heel flips, back heels. Like if you learned all the tricks in that video series, you would be very, very good. Okay, boom. Last but not least, the Braille Best Beginner Complete. And the other thing about this is it comes perfectly set up, ready to ride, has the grip tape, has the blue bolts on top so you know which side is forward. Primo deck. This is a very good high quality skateboard deck and you are ready to roll. So you have literally everything you need here. The DVD instructional video, so you can watch this, you can learn how step by step you're going to be able to learn how to ride a skateboard. So you can get started watching the DVD. You got your skate tool. This skate tool works by adjusting these. I've made plenty of videos on how to get started on that. You guys can check those out. Pop on your elbow pads, knee pads, wrist guards, and then get started riding your skateboard. So I'm just gonna roll this thing around and give it a little test. And I should probably just roll this helmet too. Pop the helmet on, strap it in, and then roll it. I mean, normally, I've been skateboarding for 30 years. I probably wouldn't be wearing these pads, but when you've been skateboarding for 0 days, please, please, please pad up. I'm super interested in how to make it in such a way where anybody can get started in on a skateboard and learn the basics and actually have fun. So I'm interested, you guys leave it in the comments below and let me know, how was it when you very first started skateboarding? What did you run into? What were the barriers you had to overcome? What were you like, oh, I will never get over this? Or how am I gonna do this? What is the tricks you wanted to most learn? Super, super interested in all of that. Okay, so one thing right off the bat that I find a little bit confusing is which way is up on this. So here, it's a little more curved there and then a little flatter. And also you can see by the 888, you want that going up. Is that up on that side?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. But at first I was pretty much just throwing out a guess here. These are also sort of like beginner style pads, right? The pads that I was skating when I was skating the vert ramp are definitely a lot more intense. From the same company, more intense. Also wrist guards, I feel like these are super essential because oftentimes this is one of the first injuries. You fall, you toss your wrist down and boom, break that wrist. But these have this hard piece of plastic in there. It's right there, perfect for you to to be able to not hurt yourself. So one of the biggest things stopping new skaters from learning how to ride a skateboard is the fear of it. So anything we can do to help make it more safe, to take away the fear, is gonna be better for you, it's gonna be easier. We made all of this available as a package so that anybody could get started. It's awesome. I always feel a little bit like a little kid, like not in a bad way, like sort of like an excited little kid when I throw on pads. There's this sort of feeling in skateboarding that, you know, if you wear pads, you're not cool or whatever. If you're getting started in skateboarding, forget about all that. Please. Picture me rolling, Hayden. How do I look, Derek? Fly? Like I'm ready for the club?
All the girls will watch you in the clip.
Dude, they're ready for me in the club. Okay, and first things first, when you get started rolling around on the board, make sure your trucks are set up and they're not too loose, not too tight. So I'm just gonna feel how this is. Actually feels pretty decent. I don't think I would even adjust this. You wanna make sure that if you're leaning far to one side, that your wheel is not hitting. But if you are like, whoa, this is throwing my balance off a lot, you wanna tighten those up. And as I said earlier, you take that skate tool, you take this right here, and you just tighten that up. Sometimes when you're skating, especially when you're first learning, if they're really tight and you're turning and you're like losing your balance to the left, you can make an adjustment and have the trucks bend, and that will help you. If the trucks are just so tight, you won't be able to make that adjustment. Your board's gonna go like that. However, you're gonna have to find a happy medium. It's interesting, I just did this big survey to skateboarders. I wanted to know, what do they want to get out of skateboarding? What are they having a hard time with? What were the barriers to entry? And one of the things was, when you very first start, it's like, what equipment? It is so confusing and there is so much information, and in skateboarding, a lot of the answers are, well, it's personal preference. What board is best for you? Well, it's personal preference, but there's gotta be a good starting place. This is an 8-inch wide skateboard. It's just the natural one, and I think this is a really good place, no matter if you're young, old, it doesn't really matter. Height, you can get along with this board just fine and learn how to do all of the basic tricks. Then from there, we'll develop your preferences. And you'll be like, oh, I like loose trucks more. I like tight trucks more. There are some skateboarders that are really, really good and you would never know. But if you stepped on their board, their trucks are so tight. And then there are other skateboarders that are also so good, and if you stepped on your board, you'd be like, I can't even stand on it. The trucks are so loose, literally falling off. And these are just like in between medium. I think it's a good place to start out medium style. And then where you want to go with this is you want to first get really, really comfortable riding. I'm not going to go through a whole beginner tutorial, but when you first get your board, go to a safe place, find a skate park, or maybe you want to do this in your garage or just any flat ground area. Get really comfortable riding your board. Spend the first while just riding. If you want a really good series that you can follow, do the daily skateboard lesson series. I'm up to maybe like 14 or 15 episodes right now, but the way that series is designed is that you can watch it and I will just take you step by step through every day of your progression. Because just like how confusing it is, there's so many different things to choose here. What wheels, what trucks, what board, all of this. But in your tricks, there's also so many tricks to choose from. Am I gonna learn ollies, kick flips, backside 180, frontside 180? What am I gonna do? So I try to make this as easy and as simple as possible and give you a path. I've been skateboarding for 30 years. I've worked with a lot of beginners and I wanted to make it as simple as possible. So with all that being said, now that I'm geared up, I have to do some tricks. Let's see, kickflip first try. I got it? First try! That's also how I can tell, like, is a skateboard gonna be good for a beginner? If I step on a Walmart board, I usually don't land the first kickflip. On this one I did. I'm thankful for that. I'm gonna do some weird tricks for you. Strawberry milkshake, first try. Nollie. Again, I'm so stoked with all my beginner gear on. Let's bust out a no comply. Yes! Okay, I love this. I'm just ready. I feel like I kind of want to like fall and slide on these just in case. Just to test the waters, you know? I'm gonna test these bad boys out. Man, how do I do this? Like, should I fall on purpose? Got him. Damage report. Maybe we slide down this bank. Okay. It slid down to the bottom and hit there, and this like slid down. So you gotta keep these tight, gotta keep them on there tight. It's also another point that's interesting. Here, rough. Here it's painted, it's a lot smoother. Also another thing, when you're learning how to fall with knee pads, it's so much different because you can fall to your knees like that. But then the second you take those knee pads off, you're gonna have to break that muscle memory. So it can get a little tricky, right? But learning how to fall is key, it is important. I should probably do a whole nother video just on learning how to fall correctly. Because one key thing is when you're riding, your momentum is going forward. And if you get off balance and you go like this, all your weight is going forward. You don't necessarily want to stop yourself like that. You want to tuck in and roll like that. Because where you'll get really hurt is where all your weight and pressure is going forward, and then your hand goes out and you try and stop. Now all your weight and pressure is going to one of those bones, and the likelihood of breaking a bone there is pretty high. That's exactly what happened on my foot. I was doing a nollie flip out and I landed like that. All my weight and pressure literally went to this one tiny little bone right there. Boom, snapped it in half, and now I have 2 screws holding that together. One of the entries to skateboarding that makes it hard is the fear. So helmet, wrist guards, knee pads, elbow pads, proper skateboard, all of these things will help, but you're still going to have to push through fear. That's the number one thing. And you can get another common injury is ankles. I think it's like the #1 most common injury in skateboarding. And you can get like high tops, you can do various things to protect that, but you're still always going to be like, there's always that chance that you could roll your ankle, right? So you do have to like learn the correct tricks in the proper way, get all these things and make sure you're comfortable, and then just roll it. Okay, I need to do like at least a tray flip. If you're a beginner, you're not gonna do a tray flip. Not for a while, guys. Oh, first try. Okay, first try, tray reef. Oh, wow. I feel like Iron Man in all this. Well, for anyone out there wondering what can you do to get started in skateboarding, this is the perfect package. We put it together. It's available at brailleskateboarding.com. I'm trying to share all of my 30 years of skateboarding knowledge with you guys for the purpose of getting more new people riding skateboards. I love skateboarding. I always have, I always will. This piece of wood with these wheels completely changed my life, and you can ride it and have fun, and it will change your life too. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment below, and you, yes you, learn to ride a skateboard. We have everything you need at brailleskateboarding.com.